it would be irresponsible to ignore the role of the new media as well. 20 years ago, we didn't have the internet. At least I didn't. As a matter of fact, 20 years ago, 1989, at Union Square Cafe, believe it or not, we had just bought our first fax machine. No kidding. No cell phones. We were just about to get our first PC at that point. We were typing our specials on a typewriter 20 years ago. And so when you talk about the kinds of ways that different trends would come together, and the learning and the travel and how one idea would then beget another idea, it was all in very, very slow motion compared to what's going on right now. You would truly have to, you'd have to go to a restaurant and just be lucky enough to go to that restaurant to see an idea and then maybe think about taking that idea and trying to make it yours. You know, I'll never forget Jean-Georges was at his restaurant Jojo was the first guy that I saw in New York who had this molten chocolate cake, which now is everywhere in the world. But the fact is that he had had that same dish in France. Today, we would know exactly which restaurant in France that had come from. We would also probably know the second that someone had it in a restaurant, they would Twitter it to somebody else, and the somebody else would say, yes, I just had that dish in you know, X restaurant in Paris. Or this, and the fact that it's almost as if there are these trees with all these seeds on them, and you literally had to travel to find the forest that had the seed in the old day and get the seed and plant it. Right now, the seeds are just going in the most incredible fast motion, and it's almost impossible to miss what's going on. So I'm just incredibly excited to see where this all leads at this point, because the speed at which we are traveling is just incredible.